Everyone, what is going on? My name is Curtis Brooks. I am the technical director with Curtis Brooks Media Productions. Today we are going to be doing another live stream. I'm going to be talking more about Ecamm Live, which is a great outfit. I did a video or live stream on Ecamm Live a couple of days ago, I think it was, and it was pretty well received. So give me just a few moments here as I pull my live stream up here on my iPad. All right, awesome. All right, cool. All right, guys, again, if you're just joining us, my name is Curtis Brooks. I am the technical director with Curtis Brooks Media Productions. On my screen, you see Ecamm, and I'm going to be talking about that again. A few days ago, I talked about Ecamm Live, and it's actually was just released from the beta version, and it became public, so no more beta version for Ecamm Live 2, or now Ecamm Live 2. It offers a ton of features, guys, and I'm going to go over some of those things here on today, or tonight, I should say, this evening. And not sure where you guys are watching from, but if you're going to be joining, invite a friend, followers, whatever the case might be. I think this Ecamm Live here is absolutely awesome. And again, I did a live stream on this Ecamm Live a couple of days ago, and it turned out it was well received, as I said before. And so we're going to dive into that again. So I'm going to probably go, I'm not going to be going live because I'm actually using Wirecast to grab my screen here, because I want you to see the information that you weren't able to see. I wasn't able to show you on a couple of days ago, so I want you to be able to see that information. So again, we're going to dive into that and get a little bit further. Try not to be before you too long, because a lot of us don't like long videos, but I think that if you have a product, you have a service, you are selling anything online, this is the way to go. Again, you have to be cognizant of how you're putting together a strategy, if you will, and getting in front of your audience, getting in front of your customer, your potential customer, and that you're marketing to your customer. And that's just the name of the game. And you really can't get around that. You can't escape that, but that's just, again, the name of the game, guys. You have to get in front of your customer. So that being said, I think this Ecamm Live 2 offers you that opportunity, offers me that opportunity. Anyone who, again, has a product, a service, that you're selling anything, and it doesn't matter what line of business you're in, doesn't matter what, let me fix my microphone here. So I think I'm just coming out of one ear. Actually, so hang tight, guys. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, awesome. Okay, so again, it doesn't matter what line of work you are in as a profession. It doesn't even matter if you're making 6 figures or 7 figures, because the point of it is that everyone wants to progress in some fashion. It doesn't matter. So again, whether you're a doctor, you're a scientist, a lawyer, whether you're working at McDonald's, it doesn't matter. This online space is going to, again, afford all of us the opportunity, anyone, it doesn't matter who you are, what your background is, where you come from. It's going to afford all of us the opportunity to really step our game up, connect with people who are wanting to start their business, or people who already have started their business. Perhaps they have the physical location for their business, a doctor's office. The doctor office needs traffic, if you will. Ecamm, Wirecast, OBS, BeLive, and so many others out there, they offer the perfect opportunity for you and I to get in front of our audience, get in front of our customer with our product, with our service. And what's going on, Natalie? Hey, girl, what's up? Appreciate you joining. Thank you. That's funny. Hilarious. But definitely thanks for joining, Natalie. Appreciate you. But again, if you are a doctor, lawyer, scientist, it doesn't matter. This online space is where it's at. And you have to be in front of your customers. So there's probably a lot of people out there who are shy and are indifferent to doing video or any kind of live stream. The problem is with that is that, again, if you have, it's not necessarily a problem, it's a problem for you. But here's the thing. Again, if you have a product, you have a service, and you're a coach, you are a speaker, doesn't matter. You should be live streaming or some kind of video. It's absolutely going to be important. So let me get off my soapbox about that, because, again, it is hugely important, guys, for us to get in front of our audience, get in front of our customers, and bring forth our message, bring forth the opportunity to say, hey, you know what? I can help you with this. I can change this for you. I can do your email campaign. I can shoot videos for you. I can do this. I can put together a course. So many different things that we can do as individuals, professionals. It doesn't matter, again, your line of work, whether you're making 6 figures or 4 figures, it doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and dive into this Ecamm. I'm not going to be going live through Ecamm, and I think I mentioned this earlier. The reason being is that I'm using Facebook. I'm using Wirecast to capture my screen through my screen, which is Ecamm, and Ecamm is on a separate monitor. Okay, so I won't be able to go live, but I will be able to show you some of the great features that Ecamm Live has set up for us. So again, right now you're looking at a 4-screen shot and a 4-shot, and it has the Logitech camera here, which I'm pointing at, and it has my FaceTime camera coming from my iMac, which is to my right, your left, and then it has the ManyCam virtual camera, which is not connected, and it has the other virtual camera that comes from Wirecast, and this was actually a show, the show card that we are just finished with Dr. Tachi doing our show. So it picked up the image that was last shown here through Wirecast for the virtual camera. So again, you're looking at a quad, 4 shots here. That's me with a Logitech FaceTime, and then also the ManyCam virtual camera, and then Wirecast virtual camera. So let's go ahead and dive into this here. So hopefully you can see all of this on my screen here. This is the setup here. To me, this thing looks like almost like a cockpit of an aircraft, if you will, because as a viewer, as a person who is the producer of the show or the talent of the show, this is what you're going to be seeing. Okay, your viewers will not be able to see this. And as I mentioned a couple of days ago when I did the live stream on Ecamm, this is what I was talking about. Because I was doing the live stream in the fashion that I was doing it, you weren't able to see this. But now I've decided to do a little bit different. You're able to see my full screen, and this is what you as a producer or the talent would be looking at. But again, your viewers would not be able to see this here. All right. So right now we're looking at a 4-shot scene here. And as I mentioned, if I wanted to pull up scene 1, they have what they call, I hope that you guys can see my cursor here, my pointer here. So what they have here, they have scenes set up. Now, if I want to take this scene off the screen here, all right, for the sake of illustration here, I want to take that scene off the screen here, I can do Command and not a / but a /. And I'm using an iMac, and matter of fact, Ecamm is for Macs only. So with the Mac keyboard here, I'm going to press Command and the /, not the / but the /, and I'm going to get the scene to pop up again. That's going to be the dialog box, and they give me those scenes in case I want to change those scenes. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at now. And so if I want to go to scene 1 right now, you're looking at my screen, and hopefully you can see my pointer. My pointer is showing you scene 4, or I actually didn't name them, but you can in fact go in there and name them. Let's see. You can just double click here, and I can name 4-shot. Let's go ahead and do that. Make that 4-shot. I didn't want to name them because they could change. I could change them just because I wanted to, I guess. But so make this 3-shot. And we'll name the command 2-shot. And default scene, single shot, I'll just name one shot. Okay. So all of the scenes have been named there. And typically, if you're setting up a new scene, you're going to get what they call your default scene. Your default scene will be your main camera scene. So you'll just have that one shot, and then you can add the cameras. Excuse me. Then you would be able to add the cameras from there. So again, you just see me name the scenes here. Again, we're working with Ecamm Live 2.0. This is a recent version of Ecamm Live, which is an absolutely awesome outfit, guys. You need to check it out here. So once again, you just see me name the scenes. If I wanted to X out of there, bring those scenes back, I'm going to press Command /, not the /, Command /. And that's how I get that scene dialog box to pop up. Okay? So now that you see me name the scenes, I double click to name those scenes there, and the scenes will be as Command 1 for the single shot, Command 2 for the double shot, Command 3 for the triple shot, and Command 4 for the 4-shot scene. Okay? And again, this is typically your viewers will not see this. I'm doing something a little different. I'm using Wirecast, which is my go-to app, but nevertheless, Manicam is also an awesome outfit here. So guys, please check it out. Wirecast is a little bit more on the higher end, but nevertheless, Manicam is going to really, you can add up to 4 cameras, guys. And this is no toy, guys. This is a nice piece of software that you really need to have, guys. And but nevertheless, getting back to our demonstration here, I've named all the shots here. Okay, again, double click to name your shots. And then they're going to be shortcut keys. So right now you see the 4-shot. This is another thing you can do. Again, your viewers will not see this. So if you want to change to the 4-shot scene, or if you want to change to the 1-shot scene, you can click on here and you're back to the 1-shot. Again, that's right in your upper left-hand corner of the screen that you're looking at. All right. So hopefully you can see this pointer. Again, you see me change from the 4-shot scene to the single shot scene, okay? And conversely, I can use the shortcut keys. So let's do the shortcut keys, and let's go Command 2 and get the double shot. Command 2 for the double shot, all right? Let's go back to the single shot. So that's going to be Command 1, all right? Again, I'm able to do the same thing here, all right? The very same thing here on my screen. So if I don't want to use the shortcut keys, or you don't want to use the shortcut keys, you can use this drop down menu here on your screen here, right? Again, this is stuff that your viewers will not be able to see. Only you as the producer or the talent who's doing the live stream, you will have access to this information. All right, so there are a couple different ways you can do this here. Again, shortcut keys to pull in the scenes. And then you've got the 4 scenes that you can also pull in here as well. You can have up to 9 scenes, okay? You can have up to 9 scenes, but only 4 cameras can be added to it, okay? So if you're going to add 4 cameras or even 3 cameras, 3 to 4 cameras, you need to kind of have a beefy system in order to operate the cameras. Not so much the operation of the camera, but the processing of the cameras, the encoding that goes through the software, and eventually to the output over to Facebook. So it does take up a lot of processing power, and your computer more than likely will be going through some things and perhaps getting hot because the encoder is working to process all of the images again. So the more cameras you have attached to Ecamm, Wirecast, OBS, BeLive, it doesn't matter, guys. The software is processing the cameras, the different cameras that you brought into your Ecamm Live, Wirecast. It doesn't matter what it is. So the encoding is taking place, and then once that's happening, it's also being decoded on the other end. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of processing behind the scenes that we typically don't see as the end user. Okay, so that's the reason why the computers are getting hot, because it's processing the using the CPU, the GPU, and all those things that help bring forth the good video, audio, and the images as well that you are putting on screen. So again, you've got your shortcut keys. In order to you exit out of here, go Command /, bring that on screen, and then you can also change your scenes right here as well. Okay? And this is where you would enter the description. Okay, description of your broadcast. Let's say, going live is something weird, but going live today. Please join us. Oops. Okay, cool. So this is where you would enter your description. And if I want to set a location to say, hey, I'm live streaming from New York, from the Bronx in New York, I would click here. I would get a dialog box here that pops up. Let's try to move this out of the way here. Let's move this over here for now. I would get a dialog box that pops up. Okay. And from there, okay, so oops. Once the dialog box pops up, okay, something's weird happening, but there we go. Okay. All right. So let's say I again want to stream from New York. Okay. So on the map here, what I'm going to do, I'm pinching in. All right. It's going to give me a larger size of the map. Now, eventually see the state of Texas. Okay. You see how it's pulling out? I'm zooming out. And now with the clicking on my mouse and moving my finger, I can find other areas in Texas. Again, let's see if we can go to New York. Okay, so now I see the state of Texas. Now let's find the state of New York. Again, that's by clicking on the mouse and moving the mouse in the direction where New York is at. You see some of the places are popping up. And let's see. I don't really know New York too well, but that was kind of the first thing that came to mind. And so now I am in New York. All right, I'm right on top of New York. And now I want to go ahead and drop the pin there. Oops, I think I may have done that wrong. Let's see here. Because it gave me the same place. Let's zoom back out. We're zooming out, I should say. And then we're going to go back to New York. Because dang it, I'm going to get to New York, right? So let's go to New York. Okay, so now, cool. So now once you highlight the area that you want to broadcast from, or you're saying, hey, I'm broadcasting from wherever, you may or may not be in that location, but nevertheless, for the sake of eyeballs, if you will, viewers, you want to go ahead and change your location to anything you want to, okay? So now I'm in New York. I've clicked on the pin. In half of these places, I'm sure I don't know where they are, but nevertheless, I've clicked on the pin. So now I've clicked on the pin. I can go right back. I can use the plus sign or the minus sign. So I can zoom in with the plus sign. And as I zoom in, you'll see that the locations here are changing because I'm getting a more detailed view now. All right, you'll see that the location is changing. Okay, so now I can pick a location out of any of these places here. Okay, I can pick a location out of any of these places. Let's see if we can go further. Let's go Turtle Playground. Okay, so let's say I'm live streaming from Turtle Playground. All right, pick the location. That's the location. So now you see the blue map indicator that's saying, hey, going live today, and I'm at Turtle Playground in New York. You guys come check out the stream. So let me go ahead and move this scene dialog box or diagram box back over to the other side here. Kind of like to set up before. Excuse me. So now that we've got that set up there, we've got the location. Again, you can choose to set a location or choose not to. It shows the description of your broadcast. That was the description I wanted to give, just going live today. Please join us. And then you've got your location at Turtle Playground in New York. All right. And so obviously when you're ready, you can go live. And we're going to get into, you're looking at my screen now, we're going to get into choosing a camera, or eventually if you want to change the scenes here. Okay, so that wasn't one of the reasons why I didn't want to give the scenes names, because I'm probably going to be changing them. But nevertheless, that being said, so now that you've set your location, given a description, you can obviously go live at that point. I'm not going to go live because I just mentioned earlier how I have this being recorded. So now you see Curtis Brooks Media Productions, because I did this a couple of days ago, did a live stream. And so now you see all of your settings here, your personal profile, and all the groups that you belong to there. And you can add any events, so we'll get into that at some later point. But nevertheless, guys, this program is a lot to it. It really is. There's a lot to this thing here. And then you can schedule. See if you can. This now is considered an unscheduled broadcast because I can go live at will. So I can just click here to go live, and then I would go live. Okay. But then if I want to schedule it, I would go. So see, it says now unscheduled, and that's just impromptu to go live. And then so if I want to schedule a broadcast, I'd click here to schedule a live broadcast. All right. This is essentially set up just like Facebook. All right. The same settings, parameters. The only thing that it doesn't have for Facebook. Hey, Cassandra, thanks for joining. Appreciate you. Thank you. The only thing that this doesn't have, whereas with Facebook, if you're going live from your Facebook, if you're going live from your mobile device, your iPad or some kind of mobile device, your phone, desktop, or your laptop, straight from Facebook's platform, with Facebook going live from either one of those sources, you will be able to type in comments as the talent or the producer. You're doing a live stream, like for now, for instance, doing a live stream, Facebook Live from a mobile device, laptop, or desktop, from Facebook's platform, I'm able to type in comments as the person that's going live. But here with Ecamm, you're not able to type in comments. So that's the only thing that you're not able to do. But outside of that, it really is an awesome outfit, guys. It really is. And I mentioned the other day, and I'm not sure if I remember you joining the other day, Cassandra, or just stopping by to view it. But I did mention that it was $29, and unfortunately I was incorrect. But it is $39.95 or $39.99. That is the current price. They did go up on the price. It was $29.99 for the longest, guys. But with what you're getting in this this complete package, really, it actually should be more, to be honest. It should be a lot more than $39. And again, from the $39 that you paid, there are absolutely no charge. They don't charge you for any updates. I've had this Ecamm Live from shortly after, maybe a little bit more than a year. So shortly after they had made it available to the public. I've had it for that long, so any updates that I've received, they've been completely free. And even for the update to Ecamm Live 2.0, being able to do all the things that it does now, this update was completely free for me as well. So again, that same thing can be available to you as well. So again, I mentioned you can schedule your live right here. And obviously, when you're ready to go live, you click on Go Live, and it'll ask you to confirm it and things of that nature. And now, let's go, where can we go here? Guys, this thing's absolutely awesome here. It really is absolutely awesome. So here, with your camera, all right? Camera, if you are, let's say you were let's see, I don't have any images here, but let's say if you were showing an image, okay, that's why you see the Command L, the shortcut key. Let's say you were showing an image, and if I had this screen right here that I have my little pointer circling, if I had an image here and I wanted to go from that image back to my camera, I would press Command L, the shortcut key. Okay, that would be the shortcut key. And if I want to go from the image to a screen share, it would be Command S for screen share. Okay, and then it would be a video file. For instance, if I had a video that I wanted to play in my live stream, all right, I would press Command O. So let's say let's say if I want, it might pick it up on another screen, so that's why I don't want to do that. Then you won't be able to see it. So if I want to bring in a video file, I can use the shortcut key Command O, and it would give me the option from my videos here that are on my computer or on your computer to bring in a video, select a video, and then that video would be listed here. Okay, and then your FaceTime cameras, right? With your cameras, you see all of these cameras are not actually all real cameras, but we'll get to that in just a minute there. But here you see the FaceTime camera. I have that connected. I have this Intensity Extreme. That's something completely different. Maybe one of these days I'll get into that. But we have the Logitech camera, which I'm using right now. And you see the check mark by it? That's my main camera right now. That's considered my main camera, okay? And that's this camera right here, right? My main camera. And then I have the ManyCam virtual camera. And the virtual camera is not necessarily a real camera. It's a camera that's going to essentially going to be able to flip the image around, all right? And if you're bringing bringing a person into the shot, it's going to be able to flip that image around so that they will be able to see things in the right direction. If not, things would be images or lower thirds would be reversed. They would look kind of weird. And then the same thing with the Wirecast virtual camera. It's not an actual camera, just a virtual camera. It does the same thing as the ManyCam virtual camera. Excuse me. And then the switcher part here, which is really cool here, because see, I can have cameras. I can have one main camera, but that main camera does not necessarily have to be those cameras. I can have, let's see here. Let me put it this way. I can have 3 cameras. You can have up to 4 cameras connected, okay? And even if I have 4 cameras connected, each of those cameras, I can select each of those cameras as a camera for which I want to use part of the switcher. So again, you're looking right now, so it says include in switcher. Right now, you're looking at 4 cameras. Again, only 2 are real cameras, and the other 2, again, the ManyCam and the Wirecast are virtual cameras and not actually real cameras. All right? It's like a fake camera that the software developers put into this software here. So here we have the FaceTime camera and you have the Logitech camera. Those are the actual real cameras, okay? But they're acting as, the other 2 are acting as real cameras, even though they're not. So it's showing that right now I have 4 cameras available as switchers. Okay, 4 cameras I have available as switchers. So that's where they get the term switcher from. Wirecast, Ecamm, OBS, they're switchers because they have cameras connected to them, and then you can switch from one camera to the next camera to the next camera and so forth. Again, depending on how many cameras you have connected, and obviously the bandwidth in your system and a bunch of other stuff. But so now I have these 4 cameras as part of my switcher, okay? And these 4 cameras also show up here because they are part of my switcher, okay? If I were to delete one of these cameras, it's going to change all of this setup here because I'm not going to have all those cameras available. Currently, I have all 4 cameras available as cameras that I can switch from, back and forth from, okay? So, right now I'm in scene 1, okay? Right now I'm in scene 1, looking at my iPad there. And scene 1 shows just a single shot, okay? And again, that is Command 1. That's the shortcut key, all right? And now if I want to go to scene 2, I go Command 2. And this is my Logitech camera. That's right here. And then the other camera to my right is going to be my FaceTime camera. Okay, so right now I'm looking at 2 shots here. It is a little delayed, so forgive me, but that's what it is. But anyway, so Command 2 brings me to the double shot here. Command 3 brings me to the 3-person shot. Again, that virtual camera, the Logitech, and then the FaceTime camera. And then Command 4 brings me to the, oops, I may have changed it. See, I did something wrong here. So let's set up Command 4 again. I did something wrong here. So now we have the 3 cameras. So hopefully you can see this. You see that the Wirecast camera here, excuse me, you see that this camera here, host Dr. Tachi, and you see the Manicam camera right here in the middle, and then you see the Logitech camera here. So there's just 3 cameras, okay? So if I wanted to add another camera to this scene here, all right, because hopefully I think I mentioned it, but I pressed Command 4, hoping to or expecting for the 4-camera shot, okay? But somehow it went to just 3 cameras. So if I want to add a camera to this shot here, I'm going to press Shift and then the camera that's missing, okay? These cameras here are highlighted by like a white box or kind of a gray box. That's why I know they're selected, not only because of that, but because the camera shows up here on the right. And also here, it's very slight, you know, you can't see it that good, but nevertheless, obviously you see the Manicam here, you can match it up and you see that that camera is selected. But then for the other camera, which is the Logitech camera, the one that's right here I'm pointing at, that camera is selected as well. So all 3 cameras here are part of this particular shot. Now let's say I want to add another camera to this shot. I'm going to press Shift and then the camera that's missing, you know, the camera that has not been selected. So now you're looking at a 4-shot scene. And that means that now if I were to go back to scene 1, which is Command 1, and then go back to shot 4, which is Command 4, it's going to give me, it should give me my 4-camera shot. All right, so there we go. That's my 4-camera shot. But if I want to change scene 4, which is the 4-camera shot, if I want to change this shot here and make it a 2-camera shot, if you will, not only a 2-camera shot, but let's say I want to select certain camera angles in this particular shot. Let's go with the Wirecast. Excuse me. Let's go with the Wirecast right here. Then let's go with the Manicam. So these are the shots, these are the camera angles that I want in this scene here, okay? So that means I want to get rid of the other cameras. And if you look right here in this box right here on my screen, you'll see that each of the boxes are highlighted or with an outline with like a gray box, you know, like a gray box or something. And that means that these cameras are all selected. Again, you can only add up to 4 cameras, but you can have up to 9 scenes. All right. Again, so let's say we want to just keep the Manicam here. These are just, let's just hypothetically say these are different camera angles, shot angles. So we want to keep the Manicam and we want to keep the Wirecast shot here, okay, the burgundy shot here. So I want to get rid of all the shots or the 2 shots that are highlighted, the ones that I don't want. So I'm going to press Shift and I'm going to press again. So I got 1 more camera that's left in here. All right. So right now I'm changing again. I'm changing the scene for shot 4. I'm changing scene 4 right now. And I'm making it a 2-camera shot. I'm making it 2 different angles, if you will. So now I have the 3 cameras that's still connected, okay? And here's the other camera. Hopefully you can see that it's outlined by like a gray border or white border. All right, so if I want to get rid of that camera, I press Shift and then I select the camera I want to get rid of. And so now I'm left with this 2-camera shot. The Command 4 or the Scene 4 shot has now changed. It's no longer a 4-camera shot. it is a 2-camera shot with Manicam and Wirecast. Okay, so now let's show you what happened here. So now if I go Command 1 back to the single shot, okay, that's the Logitech there. Now let's go back to the 2-camera shot that I put together, which was scene 4. I changed that from the 4-camera shot and made it a 2-camera shot with the Wirecast and the Manicam shot. So let's go back there. So now I go Command 4, and now here we are at the 2-camera shot, Manicam and Wirecast. Okay. Now let's say if I want to add a shot to this. Okay. So now I'm going to change this scene again. All right. So I'm going to add a shot to this. Let's say, again, the two shots or 2-camera shots that are selected, you can barely see them. But again, for the one that's burgundy here, you see it's outlined in white. Okay. But the one here for Manicam, if I were to select it without pressing the Shift key, it would make that it would actually remove that camera. I can't remember. If I were to press this Manicam shot here, right where my pointer is at, it would actually make that my single shot now. But it is selected like the other selected here, which is the Wirecast shot. Here, they're both selected, highlighted with the white box trimming on the outside there. So if I wanted to add another camera, let's say I want to add the Logitech here, I press the Shift button, and now scene 4 becomes now a 3-camera shot. All right. So let's kind of just summarize this here. If you want to create a scene, your scene will always start with your default camera. All right. Your default camera will be the camera that's selected here. Your default camera will be your default camera will be the camera that will show up, because now I have the Logitech and I have the FaceTime camera, and I'm not sure which camera they're going to it's going to pick as my default camera. So let's just say here now. So now let's say if we want to create another scene. I want to create another scene. All right. So now create another scene. It's my FaceTime camera. Off to my right, your left is my default camera. Okay, that's what it's saying. It's saying that my default camera is my FaceTime camera. And so now this scene has no name. It's ready for me to name it. Let's say I did name it, but I want to come back and name it. I just double click it, and now it becomes Command 5 in order to bring that scene up. Okay, so if I go down here, I'm going to essentially have a blank slate here, if you will, and now I can select the cameras or the shots here to become part of that new scene, which is Command 5. Okay, hopefully you guys are getting this here. Again, it is really easy. It really is. I know it may sound complicated, but again, if you have a service, you have a product, you're selling anything, really, and it doesn't matter what your background is, what line of work you are in as a professional, you need to be in an online space. You need to be selling something. You need to be promoting something, or having someone promote it for you. Okay, that's where we need to be at here. Again, this is my FaceTime camera. So again, creating a new scene is asking me to name the scene here, and let's just say shot 5, or let's just say FaceTime camera. Okay, let's just call this a FaceTime camera. All right, so scene 5 is FaceTime camera. All right, we can name it anything. So here's another thing too that I forgot to mention, is that even if you don't want to use the shortcut keys, if you can see here, you see run scene here, where it's kind of the dialog box that pops up, says run scene. Conversely, I can click on like an arrow, like a play arrow that pops up in that window there. And so when you take your pointer off, you don't see those arrows. But if I were to put my pointer there, you see the pointer pops up. It's kind of small, but it's there. And so if I want to go back to this scene here now, which is the Logitech camera, it shows up. And that's just by pressing that arrow, that right arrow, that arrow that's going to the right, representing the play on a video recorder or something, or tape recorder. Tape recorder. In the event, so you can press the arrow there and it'll get you the same thing again, or you can use the shortcut keys, or you can use the keys here. So if I want to go to the FaceTime camera here, there I am, the FaceTime camera. Okay. Again, this is where you set that scene up. All right. You create a new scene. You can double click to name that scene. And we've already named it. So we click out of it. So you add the plus sign to add a scene. And now you want to duplicate that scene. Let's say this scene that's highlighted here. It's already highlighted. Let's duplicate it. So now I have a copy of the same scene, which is scene 6 now. And I believe it's up to 9 scenes. Let's see if we can push the limits on it. Yeah. So hang on a second here. I did say 9 scenes, but let me see if something happens here. So I'll have to check that out. How many scenes? So it's still going, guys. I'll have to check that out because I did say 9 scenes. I think what it is that the shortcut keys, it may very well be unlimited scenes. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. I tried to make sure I had this information right, but nevertheless, your command keys will go up to command 9. So command 1 and then up to command 9. So you'll have the ability to use shortcut keys for scenes up to 9 scenes using shortcut keys. Again, starting from shortcut key 1, command 1 to command 9 for shortcut keys. Okay, for 9 scenes. But it looks like I'm still adding scenes here. So let's just see what happens here. So let's duplicate this scene here. And that is the Logitech. So now I'm going back to the double shot here. So I want to see, just want to check, make sure that at least find out what is the truth in here, because I know it goes up to command 9, command 1 through 9 for shortcut keys. And so now I have this double shot here selected. And let's say I want to duplicate that there. So now let's go to command 5. Command 5 is a 3 camera shot. And now let's go back to a copy of the 2 shot. Okay, there's a copy of it. Now let's go back to one of the ones I've added, the scenes that I've added. All right. So, wow. Okay, wow. I learned something new. Okay, so again, let's make sure we're clear on that. It looks like that you can add up to 9 scenes where you are able to use the shortcut keys. So shortcut key 1 or command 1 as a shortcut key through command 9. Again, those are shortcut keys that you can use for 9 scenes, all right? But if you want to set up different scenes or copy different scenes, duplicate those different scenes, it looks like you are able to. I've got several scenes that I've added. And let's go back to the Logitech camera here. Is that it? Yeah, okay, this is a Logitech camera here. So now it looks like I've got several scenes that I've added here, and hopefully you guys can see this here. You see all the scenes I've added, and I've duplicated different scenes, and then they work. So again, only 9 scenes where you're able to use the shortcut keys, command 1 through command 9. So again, you have access to those shortcut keys to bring in those scenes there. Outside of that, you can create additional scenes, but there are no shortcuts for those scenes. Again, conversely, if you want to bring in, let's say I want to bring in this scene here. Okay, it has no shortcut key to it, but there's an arrow that appears, and right where you see it says run scene, it appears right there. So now I can bring that scene in, which is my FaceTime camera. All right. And if I want to go back to scene 1, command 1, this is the Logitech camera here. And now You can also add a group. So let's say if I want to bring these shots here, I want this shot here, place it inside this folder. Okay. Oops. I actually didn't place it inside the folder, but place it there. Okay, so now that scene is in that folder here. It's kind of staggered now. So that scene is in that folder. Okay? And let's do this shot here, the 3 shot. That scene is now in that folder. Okay? So essentially, guys, there's so much you can do. You can name that folder by double clicking. Again, there's just a multitude of different things that you can do here. And then finally here with the scenes, if you want to delete a scene, you would just click here, click the scene, delete it. Let's see if it goes. Bye-bye. I think it goes. Okay, so you want to click here. Make sure and delete it. Okay, I hope I'm deleting it. It looks like I am. Okay, hard to tell. So okay, yeah. So that scene is deleted. They were all kind of the same scene, so it was kind of hard to tell if I was deleting them. But nevertheless, so if you want to delete a scene, you click on the scene and then press delete, and that pretty much about does it for the scenes, guys. Again, using shortcut keys from command 1 through 9 through command 9 will again allow you to use the shortcut keys, and outside of that, you can create several scenes, duplicate those scenes, but you don't have the option to use shortcut keys with those, okay? And finally, as we're wrapping up here, guys, I think I've been on for a while now. If you want to do overlays, that's going to be absolutely crucial to your live stream, to your broadcast, because you want to give people information not only through talking heads, where you're just talking and sharing information, but you also want to give people information visually so they can see your information on screen. So people learn one of 3 ways: audible, visually, and kinetic, meaning that through demonstration, they have a hands-on opportunity to learn something, or you can show them something. Now you show me how to do it. So again, visually, audibly, and then kinetic. That's how we learn. And so when you're broadcasting or doing a live stream, or even creating a graphic, guys, right? Essentially anything, you want to give something to your audience that's visually pleasing to the eye. You want to give them a visual pleasing production, if you will. So that being said, Ecamm allows us to do overlays as well. So overlay is essentially a object or a graphic. It can be a lower third as well, that you lay on top of the screen, that it's laid on top of something, okay? That's why they call it overlay. So here you can add an image, okay? A new overlay image. Excuse me. All right. You can add a new overlay image here. Click on here, and it's going to give you the option to grab an image from your system, an image or overlay that you want to use for your system. Okay, and then here it gives you the ability to create a lower third overlay, some kind of text message, on-screen text message. And one of the things, links I want to share with you, I thought I had this already created. Okay, that's something different. I'm not going to do that there. Let's go ahead and delete that one there. So with that, let's go ahead and there's a link that I had already together, and I think I put it in the notes of this broadcast here. So I want to go ahead and type that in here. There's a serious delay here, but go ahead and type that in here. So this is going to be bit.ly, bit.ly. And this is going to be how you're going to get access to this awesome program called Ecamm Live 2.0, which is their recent update from their beta version is now made public. So it's going to be bit.ly, bit.ly / get Ecamm Live. All right. And so I'm going to bring that on screen here. I'm going to add that, and it gives me the option to add a background to it. If I don't want to add a background to it, it's going to be without the background. But if I do, I can change the background, what the background looks like, and drag in this kind of thing here. I can make the background red or orange, whatever that color is. I can make the background blue. I can change the intensity of the blue. It's not necessarily blue, more like a lavender or purple, I guess. But nevertheless, so we can get that blue. That's more purple. So, but you get my point. So the opacity is on. So that's that's going on with that one. So that's why it wasn't as blue. Okay. So that being said, you're able to do that. So I'll bring that on screen. Add that on screen. You can move it around now. It doesn't have to be right in front of your face, but you can place it anywhere on screen. It doesn't affect this item here for the one shot. It does not affect that. It actually is kind of behind it, actually. All right? And you can move it and drag and drop this anywhere on screen, guys, anywhere. So you see here, if I wanted to have it in this lower right-hand corner, it actually sits behind it, so it doesn't affect any of the items that's going on here. All right? If I wanted to have it right there or right there, it doesn't affect any of that, so it kind of just sits behind it. All right? So, guys, this has been absolutely wonderful here. If you want to get in touch with all the great features that I've shared with you, please do check out Ecamm Live with the link that is on the screen here. That is bit.ly/Ecamm Live. Again, a great program, guys. One more thing here before we wrap it up here. If you want to take this off screen, again, your viewers will not be able to see this. You want to take this off screen, you would just click on the eyelet here, take it off screen, and bring it back on screen at any time during your broadcast, okay? And so I've been talking about Ecamm Live. There's yet another feature. You can bring in your guests through Skype. And this is good stuff, guys. So it's always sometimes hard to stop this live stream. Just blah, blah, blah. It's good stuff, guys. This is a great outfit. So you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to broadcast, to talk about your products and services on the screen, to be able to live stream to Periscope, Facebook, YouTube. And here's some of the other cool things here. All right. These here are your Facebook options. You can embed them. You can use a secure connection, continuous broadcast, similar to the things that are already set up with Facebook. But you also, one of the awesome things you can do, you can use a RTMP, guys. And what that means is that with Periscope, typically, well, some of the software programs, they might have an API set up. Facebook has set up an API, meaning that Ecamm has set up a API with Facebook, or vice versa, one of the two. Nevertheless, it allows me to go promptly live to Facebook with no issue. But with Periscope, I don't believe that Ecamm has a API set up with Periscope. But because they don't, if you're live streaming to Periscope and you're using Periscope Producer, you can go right here, put in the stream key, put in the stream URL, which will be RTMP//va.pscp something, and then you'll get that stream key, and you type it in there, and then next thing you know, you're ready to stream to Periscope, guys. This thing is absolutely awesome, guys. I'm going to say something else that we're really going to tell my age, but nevertheless, this is a great outfit, guys, and I want to encourage you to, again, click on the link here, or not so click on the link, but use the link, click on the link within the notes there before starting the stream there, and it's going to take you to the website for Ecamm Live and allow you to purchase that. There's also I believe it's a 7-day or 14-day trial, I believe. And again, you guys, you get to kick the tires. You get to check it out, see how it works, and test some of the things that I've shared with you already. Again, you can pull in Skype as well. And the other thing, if you want to stream to multiple platforms, you can use a CDN like Restream.io or Joycaster. I think they changed their name. They changed their name. They're now Switchboard. But you can put in the RTMP there, and you can stream to multiple platforms from this setup here, guys. This is absolutely awesome. You gotta catch wind in this. This is absolutely awesome. Again, if you are a coach, you are a speaker, you are a business owner. Doesn't matter in what capacity, doesn't matter what your profession is, doesn't matter how long you've been in business, you must be in the online space. You must get here. You must expedite this process and be able to present your products, your service, connect with your audience, if you will, people who are asking questions or have questions. Find out what questions they're asking and make your way online here, because Amazon, so many other online companies, guys, they're killing it. They're killing it. And the reason why they're killing it, because people like you, me, are now bringing business online. The physical buildings are disappearing, if you will, and people are taking business online. So again, if you are a coach, speaker, business owner, doesn't matter what capacity, guys, you will need to have some kind of representation here online and the online space, if you will. Don't think that it's foreign. It's strange that so many people are here online. There are so many untapped resources and options here in this online space. And lastly, I think one of the link is also in the notes here right before I started the broadcast. You can click on the link, because if you want to be able to bring in a Skype guest for an interview or some kind of discussion, whatever the case might be, for a guest on your show, co-host, if you're doing a show, you will need to have a call recorder for Skype. So there is a link there. It's called Call Recorder for Skype, and the link is bit.ly get call recorder for Skype. Again, that's bit.ly/get call recorder for Skype. And you'll need those two programs, guys. Again, less than $100. On each of the programs, there is a trial base setup there that they have for you. And I believe it's 7 or 14 days. The Ecamm is $39.95. Well worth it, guys. Well worth it. So again, I'm going to be signing off. Again, check out the link here in the notes, both links in the notes. If you're not able to get both of them, get one of them and come back and get the other. Again, let your audience know that you mean business about broadcasting, about bringing your product and your services in front of your audience, in front of them. Let them know that you mean business, guys, and present to them a finished product. So again, guys, I'm signing off. Thank you guys for paying attention to this broadcast, and hopefully you've garnered some information that's going to help you be better content creators and producers, and get out there and make it happen, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, Scott.